this is Classic Kia. Welcome back to my channel, and I am so excited about this review because this is all about the bang bang bang, okay? The bang bang bang, okay? So I'm excited about these units, as you saw from the title, okay? But yeah, I know you like, girl, what's on your head? So what's on my head is what I've been rocking for the last couple of days. I'm rocking a unit from Studio Cuts by Pro, okay? And over here is what it looks like when I reviewed her last year. So this is the same unit. Unfortunately, this particular style is out of stock. I'm really mad about that, but hopefully they come back in stock. And also this particular style you can't find but only on Sam's Beauty. Like, they only even like support or like sell this particular brand on their site. They're not on any of the other beauty supply sites. So unfortunately, if you are looking for like the Studio Cut by Pros, that's where you gotta go, you know. So yes, been wearing bangs, but that ain't what this actual review is about. So if you are interested in this review of this particular style, okay, check out my review from last year. Okay, first of all, check that review out, okay, because it's great. And then also head to Sam's Beauty. They have plenty of different styles. Try not to spoil, but I will be reviewing some more Studio Cut by Pros units, okay? So definitely be on the lookout for that. That is coming soon. But that ain't what we're here for today. We're here for the Zury Sis, okay? The Zury Hollywood, okay? The Sister Sis. They done had like how many names over the last couple of years? So that's what we about to get into, okay? Is Zury Sis, Sister Sis, Zury Hollywood, okay? All right, so yes, keep watching and let's get into this review. So yeah, like, okay, now Zury Sis, I see you with the definite lovely bang style, which I love because I'm loving everything that, you know, it's giving so far. But let's get into the specs. So first of all, this is the color Natural Black. They did not have any 1B. They have a 1B 30 so color, but this is Natural Black, which is I love because that's what my color is, okay? It's either 1B or a Natural Black. All right. Right off the bat, this cap is amazing. If I could take the cap and put this cap on the Studio Cut Pro unit, oh my gosh, I probably buy 5 of them. Because one, you have the mesh cap inside, which I have in many of my reviews on different brands. I've expressed that that mesh cap is so much better. It really, to me, gives a little bit more time and wearage out of the cap, because I feel like when those tracks are exposed, it just, even though that's making the cap breathable and the unit breathable, I just feel like the mesh material that they're using on caps now give that, you know what I'm saying? And it's not like they're making wigs with such a crazy density now, and you know, so it's kind of like, I mean, I've been wearing wigs for goodness 7 years, you know, so it's kind of like me assessing this time frame, you know, this pretty much half a decade of wearing wigs, you know, over half a decade. I think, like, you know, it works. I'm happy that with this particular style, they decided to put the mesh cap on it, okay? And then to just blow your mind more, that silicone outline inside the cap. If you don't have a wig grip, and if you are a wig wearer, you know that most bang units, they're not coming sometimes even with a comb like the one I just wore. The Studio Cut Pro does not have combs inside of that unit. Now, there are some other bang style units that, like I said, I will review hopefully, because those units are newer. Hopefully the comb is on there, but there's no comb. At least on this unit, you have the one comb in the back and you have the 2 combs in the front, on the side, kind of, to kind of help with security. But to have that silicone lining is just, that's what I'm talking about. Because this is not a unit that's complicated, but it should be where it's giving you mobility. It's giving you, like, you know, it's that's one less thing you have to worry about as far as putting her on, making sure she's secure. But also, if you're like me and you don't really utilize those combs, you just made my dollars worth it in purchasing this unit. So right off the bat, I'm loving it. That's probably the win. The style is great. I love that this is the way the style is cut. I love the blending of the layers. I love the kind of like, not choppy, but kind of like flary, kind of like, you know, ends we got going on here. The bang is probably my least favorite. I just really I don't like the bangs looking so thickish. So hopefully I can kind of, especially like right on this side, if y'all see what I'm talking about right here. I mean, it look cute right there. Or maybe it's just me, maybe it's the lighting, I don't know. But I definitely don't have a problem with the bang. The bang is just not at the top of the list for me as far as my likes, okay? So yeah, that silicone inside that cap is just like the win, because they didn't have to put that there. That's Zury Sis. I mean, they didn't have to put that there. They really didn't, but they did. Thank you, because maybe that'll put some of these other brands to get on board with putting this feature, especially if it's over $20. Like, I don't want to say, at this point, I'm like, you know, if I'm paying over $20, plus tax, you know what I'm saying? Like, throw in some silicone banding inside, and I think that should be even on half wigs, okay? But definitely, the few bang style units that I've gotten, I mean, not even a comb, and I'm like, this thing, like, oh my god. So, you know, we've had tornadoes decided that they wanted to show up the last couple of days and come through Texas, and to bring all this wind coming through, and that dang on wig I just had on before I'm picking up my sons. I mean, the wind was blowing, and thank God for the wig grip, because if I didn't have that wig grip, that wig would have been bye-bye. Okay, so I know this ain't going nowhere, because I have my velvet wig grip on, and then that silicone lining of a grip inside the cap. This is not going anywhere unless I make it go somewhere. All right, the texture is wonderful. Definitely when I was combing, I had to get it, you know, bring all of it to the front, you know what I'm saying? But I'm running my hands through her. I don't really see any shedding or anything going on. And I honestly think that that would probably be not as much the fact because of the cap built, okay? Because of the way this cap is built. The only thing I do wish is that they had that kind of scalp piece in the center here to kind of give some realistic look, because the Studio Cut Pro unit that I had on at the beginning has that. Has a loop, I mean, barely you can see, and that's perfect, you know, having that there, but definitely still has that natural knottage kind of like construct that they have, but it's all good because the style kind of wins. And so that's why I was like, you know, if you really paint, you know, you shouldn't be up on me anyway, because I don't care, mask, no mask, back up, you know what I'm saying? Back up, look from afar, don't be all up on me, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't stand that before COVID, before the pandemic, all of that. So yeah, like back up. All right, but yeah, love the style. That's the way this is constructed. Look at that. See, that's cute. That's really cute. That's really cute. I love it. Okay, right. So they're saying on the card here that this is a silk press natural human hair texture. Okay, don't quote me on that. That's what this card says. All right, so that means that when you're applying any kind of heat, do your own styling or preference, whatever you need to do, she should be able to handle exactly what this card says, which is 400 degrees max, I'm assuming, because it doesn't really give a range. Some brands give ranges. So to me, that means that I can go between 350 or less, really 350 to 400. She should be able to handle that heat. Okay, but like I always say, just because it say 400, don't start there, because sometimes the color units act crazy and be reacting a certain way, you know what I'm saying? So just kind of like take your time with the heat if you're needing to do that. Me personally, I probably apply some heat right on this bang, okay? But you know, hey, you know, whatever you need to do to make her look good on you, all right? And then there are some care instructions on the back of the card. The model is wearing this RT honey color. So definitely you got some options of color. But you know, Zury Sis, if you know this brand, they not like Outre. They not like Sensational, okay, with the colors, getting all fancy and doing the money maker colors and the you know, money piece. Ain't nothing, we ain't doing none of that, okay? We doing some honey, some ginger, some blonde, some chestnut, some black, natural black, and you might get a 2730 and a, you know, 1B30. All right, I kept it safe because I, you know, don't really purchase Zury Sis as much, or Zury Hollywood, Zury Sis, Sister Sis. I don't really purchase the brand that much. I have purchased this brand in wigs, but they're not like my consistent go-to. So of course, I really wanted to make sure I really enjoy the style, especially bangs, okay? Because, you know, I'm really starting to get into the bang style. Mainly because, honestly, I'm getting older. And I just don't have the patience or time. Like, I'm really, like, it's scaring me because I'm not even 35. Oh, God, I just gave my age away. But I ain't in my mid-30s, okay? I'm there. I'm like I'm really there already. I'm in my mid-30s, all right? I ain't near 40 yet. And I'm just starting to change. And it's really kind of bugging me out because I'm like, I will spend 8 hours on nails, taking my set off, putting a new set on, and literally, I only want to mess with my head for about less than 30 minutes. And if I have to go over 30, it's because I really am wanting to put that lace front wig on and play in there in my bathroom, or I'm really about to put these crochet braids in and I'm about to do the whole shebang. And I done got so good with that, which I'm kind of really contemplating putting on this channel as well, and sharing just the different techniques that are out there and kind of the techniques that I have pretty much been doing over the last couple of years. But yeah, I'm like condensing the hair. Even though to me hair is, you know, art and it's about being unique and different, I'm like, I've never been into bangs, and you would have never caught me on this kind of style in my 20s. Like, no. Matter of fact, this crazy color right here, it's not a crazy color because it's a pretty color, but this wild light, this loud color, this was me in my early 20s. I actually had this color, my natural hair, this color when I was in the Army, okay? I'm not showing you those photos. But yeah, like, you know, now I'm into the bangs, so it's kind of like, oh my God, I'm changing. But anyway, that's my little side rant. Other than that, that's it. The purpose of this is to not be complicated. The purpose of this is to really give you security, give you a nice, comfortable, not heavy, not complicated cap, and give you style at the same time, okay? So that's what we're getting. That's what we are getting. I'm going to get up close. Sometimes I'd be thinking this is not sitting all right. Okay, she's in the center. All right, let's make sure this right here is in the center, all right? As you can see, there's some, you see how the framing of the face is definitely a cute style, okay? All right, I think if I just chop that right there, I would pretty much have that Nicki Minaj style that she got going on right now. All right, and she's coming right about to my chest, okay? So she's probably about like 16, close to 18, but I'm putting her at 16. I have to make this any kind of more complicated than it needs to be. All right, but we're not done, okay? We still got another style to get into. So the name of this unit is Elena, Elena, whichever your preference of saying and calling it. But definitely I'm loving it, and I'm glad that I purchased this style. But this is not the only style that I got. So let's look at the other style that really have some similarities, but maybe we'll get some different feels and we'll notice the difference between this unit and the next one. All right, so keep watching. Okay, so I'm laughing because I'm like, what's the difference? Okay, all right. So right off the bat, there is some differences, okay? This is a little bit longer in my opinion. I mean, not by a lot. I mean, maybe about an inch, half an inch is a little bit longer, because I think she stopped right up in here. Yeah, so there's a difference in the length, okay? The flyaways are for real, but I have this popping lip gloss, so bear with me. It's not really her fault. And her name is Ezra, okay? Miss Ezra. Like the Bible, Ezra. Ezra, okay? So I am loving this because I was wanting to get a unit that had this kind of style, but definitely kind of gives you the illusion of a straight, you know, just bop straight style. But there is some layering, okay? But the layering isn't as defined and short. There's a little bit of some shorter lengths to me on the other unit, and it's the framing of the face. Very close, very close. Somebody probably like, girl, that's the same wig. Like, what you talking about? And there's some differences, and definitely the length. Density is about the same. It's about the same kind of density. I wasn't really getting, like I said, it's really the length. It's just like a little bit longer. And like I said, there's some layering also. So, yeah, there is near dear. I mean, like, it's the length. Looking at the style now, the framing of the face is pretty much the same, but because this is longer, you're not really going to notice it as much as you would on Elena. Okay, cap construct the same, cap feels the same. This is the same color, natural black. That silicone band. Oh, and you still have the built-in cap adjustable strap that's, you know, adjusting just from the inside. You get that on top of the combs, on top of the silicone band. So there should be no complaints, like, for real, because, like, you know, this is really like good quality. And then this is supposed to be that natural silk press human hair texture. So I ain't hear no synthetic in that quotum, okay? So she should last, is what I'm saying. Trying to get to. She should last some wears. I've brought out, so I haven't put anything, no kind of products on these units, but I will show that I think this product is the Wig and Weave for synthetic and human hair. It's the Flyaway Wrap Mousse with aloe vera. Very good. Not a lot, but this will definitely control some of any kind of flyaways that you may be experiencing. Okay, and then also just I have this Wig Shine Detangler and Cuticle Sealer. This is from my local beauty supply store. It is oil free and it's for dull, dry, synthetic hair. But just spray it on the ends to kind of help with detangling. Get you something along these lines. Obviously, this is a cuticle sealer too, so I don't know if the cuticles will be sealed on this since it's a human hair situation. But I digress. I thought that was fancy, like I said. But I'm loving this. Definitely. Like I said, the only thing is the bang moves a little too much to my liking. I kind of like the way the bang situation is on the Studio Cut Pro. I like the bang on this unit, okay? I don't like the way the bang is not like staying where I want it to stay. But I like the bang because the bang style goes with the cut and overall style that they were trying to go for. Okay, so this bang style works. Okay, like I said, if they had a little scalp up here at the top, that would have really looked even more natural. It would even work more, especially with this being human hair. Okay, and then you want things to kind of give a natural look. So yeah, from the side, okay, very similar to Elena, okay, but she's longer. All right, density is about the same. So I know I didn't stand up with Elena, okay, didn't want to, but I just want you to see, standing up, she is definitely longer, because Elena stops like right about here, so she's longer. So she's probably about definitely an 18, near dear 20. Okay, but you see you got some layering here, you got some 14, okay, maybe some 16 going and kind of right about here, 14, near dear 12 going on right about here. So yeah, you got some nice layering, and that's really what kind of really makes the bang thing work. Because if it didn't have this type of framing, this bang would not work. Or it wouldn't pop. You know what I'm saying? All right. So yeah, that is it. I have more coming, so I'm excited. I have a few definitely good reviews that's going to be coming up. Some definite, you know, like I like to do some verses, some comparisons with styles and different things. So I'm really excited about that. But I was really excited to get these units. These units are not new. Like I said, I've been doing the crochet braids from summer to winter. So I'm actually getting back on the little wig tip or wig wearing, okay? So definitely saw this, had to get her because I was like, I really needed more bang styles to kind of add to my collection of them. And right now I'm in the mood for bangs, especially before it starts to get all crazy hot in Texas, all right? But I think, like I said, the best thing about this, that silicone lining inside the cap and the cap construct itself and the style. Those are my three big pulls from these two particular styles from Zury Sis, Zury Hollywood, Sister Sis, okay? So yes, please let me know what you think. Please leave your feedback. If you have purchased these units, really let me know how that worked for you and how much wearage you got out of the unit, because I mean, this is supposed to be human hair, not synthetic. So I'm expecting to get some definite good numerous wears out of these two human hair style silk press styles, okay? So definitely let me know if you did purchase Elena or Ezra or both, what was your overall feel for the units. And I can't wait to get some wears and kind of just be like, hey, you know, worth my money. But definitely the cap is worth my money. That silicone lining is worth my money, okay? All right, so other than that, please leave your feedback. Thank you so much for the new subscribers. Thank you so much for the comments, and I am so excited that I'm finally, like I said, bringing some more reviews, whether they old units or new units. I'm glad to be back in front of the camera, and definitely I'm bringing more, so keep your notifications, you know, on for my channel. Be checking out my channel because definitely more is coming, okay? So I hope that everyone is being safe. Be safe, because I know we have had some tornadoes come through Texas. I just saw on my phone that tornado was in New Orleans, so please be safe out here, because between the weather, the crazy stuff of the world, the dang on confirmation, I mean, it's just always something. Or maybe because I'm grown and I just noticed these things, and I miss being a kid where I never paid attention to what was going on in the world. But just a lot going on, so definitely y'all just be taking care of yourselves. Stay safe and be blessed, okay? Until the next one, all right? Bye. Ezra, look, I don't know. I think that's really the only way you can say that name. So, yeah, her.